Da, 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 da.
Hey folks, welcome back to Tekkit with Target. Now, I had actually filmed about 5 more episodes before I realized that the sound on my recording had gone horribly pear-shaped and that if there was anything happening in Minecraft you could barely hear me talk. And what was happening was that my microphone was just being very badly, well, I'm not entirely sure what was wrong with the microphone because it tends to work fine, and it's worked fine before, though it's probably just teething problems with the new computer that I have causing all my issues. So I'm gonna go back to where I was before and catch back up to, well, try and catch back up. So what I did in the previous one that I actually filmed was uh, I made a second energy condenser so that I can, well, condense energy faster. And so what I originally did was I made a dark matter item, and what I'm instead going to do is I'm quickly going to go on a mining trip because I now know where well, I did a bit of mining as well while I was down there, and that got me a reasonable amount of nice toys that I don't have anymore. So I can remake it, so I'm quickly going to run down into, well, down into the ravine and quickly going to mine out a couple of extra bits and pieces because I can head over this way, and there is some, well, there's a lot of coal over here. So I'll quickly mine that up, and then there is gold down there, and there are some items over this way, but not too much, so I'm gonna take a leap into the water and fall to my death. Whoops. Well, at least I'm quite near here, so I'll quickly run and pick up my stuff. Actually, is there a jump I can make? Sadly, no. Well, that's the second time I've died in this game. The first time being when I actually spawned into this world. So that's not too bad a run. So let me just collect my stuff before it all gets washed away. And wow, that's... Oh. Oh, I was wearing armor apparently. I never knew. Or I don't remember making the armor. But I have lots of items, and there's redstone down here, which I will quickly collect. And if I head over this way, there is apparently a loot pool. There's some more redstone. And I will collect all these ores. These delicious ores. Now, hopefully my brightness hasn't been turned down. As you can see, I've just gotten an entire diamond's worth of items out there. So I'm quickly gonna just fence off this water, which is in spawn, so I can actually do that. I forgot about spawn being there. But the assortment of items I gathered there will actually help in what I'm quickly going to do. And that will be to quickly make no, it won't be an overclocker. I will quickly finish. Well, I'm about 5 minutes into this episode, so I'm going to make an extractor and an overclocker, and then quickly make myself a lot of rubber, so I can make, well, more items. And I should have brought a bucket along for a lava bucket, but that doesn't matter. I have lots of loot. Though it might actually be more beneficial for me to go straight into coal, redstone and coal, and go straight into making, well, I have 2 diamonds. I don't need more for a quarry. So I will quickly do that. So the first thing I need is, I'm going to pull out some wood. So I need refined iron, actually. Let me get some iron. So I need a circuit and a block's worth of iron. So I'll do that quickly. I'll leave that in there. I'm gonna go over here to my, not the macerator, but the furnace. Pop those in there. Now there are background noises, and hopefully they won't drown out my voice this time around. So I'll throw those in there. And, right. The items I need are, well, 3 water buckets eventually. I'll get to that in a second. So, right. I'm just going to pull out all the lapis I can, because that'll get me to wood, of which I need 5 pieces. And then I need just all the iron I have there, and some coal and some rubber. So, can I get down to the rubber level quickly? Well, I should be able to. There's a rubber sapling, and there is lots of sticky resin, which I just need 6 of. I will, however, hang on to the rest of it. Pull out some diamonds. And make 20 wooden planks, which I'm going to break into 4 tree taps. Let's quickly cook the sticky resin so that I can get refined iron out, and let's get our copper. I don't want bronze, I want copper, so that's 1, 2, 3. Copper for my cables. That's 3 cables. I don't think I need a battery. No. And I always check the wrong one first, so come on, number 6. And I'm getting low on energy, but not too low. So 6 cable, and then I just need a bit of redstone. And a bit of redstone is easy to get, since it's just energy. Dump that. Have 2 redstone. And let's get me a iron block. Well, a machine block, and a circuit quickly. So, if I remember, it's a circuit, a machine block, and 4 taps. And I'll flip those around, and that gets me an extractor. So, and then, while I'm doing this, I need 4 tin. So, 1, 2, 3, 4 tin. That gets me a fuel cell. And I want 3 water cells to put in the extractor. Recycle my buckets. Still have extra refined iron, so that gets me 3 fuel cells, which I can then place in the extractor. And that'll get me 3 water cells. And then I need a lot more rubber. Why can't I ever remember the rubber? Well, I have a couple more minutes. So, my ton of sticky resin out. I'll only use 16. I can put those in the extractor, which of course only does 1 coolant cell at a time. So that runoff was not that very profitable for me. So while the last one's going, I'll quickly go make, because the overclocker needs 3 coolant cells. Oh, I may have broken something. Oh. Okay, apparently something's changed and I'm not allowed to look at recipes anymore. Well, that's probably because I had to roll back the server, and I'm going to disable not enough items. It's probably something closed there. So I have my 3 coolant cells, and I quickly need some rubber, because options, that, done. I want that put away. Recipe mode. Oh, that's why. And it's now doing that. Oh, I just need 1 circuit and 2 cables. That's excellent. So I'll quickly grab my 6 rubber. So you can see each sticky resin now gives me 3 rubber when put through this. And some copper cables quickly, which I will make very fast. Bronze, 3 copper. That'll do me. Uninsulated, insulated. Of course I need 2 more. Aren't I the one with the good memory? So 1, 2, 3. But that's easy enough to fix. I do still have energy. I'll do that quickly. This side. And 3 and 3. That gives me 12. So that's a circuit. If I had any of the parts. Which I of course don't, because I always forget these things. So it's 2 redstone I'm looking for. I at least have refined iron. Pull out a 3rd redstone just so that I actually have one. And that should give me a circuit. And once I combine the circuit with 2 of those and 3 coolant cells, that should give me an overclocker upgrade. And this will make any machine I stick it in run faster. So you can see there, it's running at a reasonable speed. And there it goes much faster. And that actually slowed it down a little. So I'll leave that in the Macerator for the time being. As that's where I will get the most benefit out of it. And as you can see, I have a lot of iron ore and a lot of copper ore. And I'm actually going to macerate the silver ore because that's worth the most to me in this. So, and that'll run a bit faster. And that's going to hopefully, I'll let that run to drain the bat box. And before I forget, I will eat. So, I'm going to call it an episode there today, folks. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time.